Hello, friends. Imagine a country drowning in poverty, plagued by crime, addiction, and riots. Now imagine that same country, just a few decades later, becomes one of the richest, cleanest, and most peaceful nations on Earth. Sounds impossible? That's the real story of Singapore. From slums and chaos to skyscrapers and success. Led by the bold vision of Lee Kuan Yew, this is how Singapore stunned the world. Chapter 1. A dark beginning in the 1950s and 60s. Singapore was a mess. No natural resources, high unemployment, skyrocketing crime, drug addiction, ethnic clashes, and slum-like living conditions made things worse. It had just survived the horrors of Japanese occupation in World War II, a time marked by torture and massacres. And when the British left, Singapore was completely on its own. No army, no money, no clear future. Chapter 2. The Turning Point. Lee Kuan Yew rises. Lee Kuan Yew became Singapore's first prime minister. Young, fearless, and brutally honest. He initially thought Singapore couldn't survive, so he joined Malaysia. Tensions exploded, and within 2 years, Singapore was kicked out. Now fully independent, but unprepared, most thought this was the end. Instead, it was the beginning of a miracle. Chapter 3. Nation building from zero. Lee Kuan Yew had a single vision: turn Singapore into a clean, safe, and successful country by any means necessary. Here asked how he did it. National service, mandatory for all males, building both an army and national discipline. Education overhaul, primary schooling made compulsory, elite public schools created. Practical training prioritized. Ethnic integration. Government housing forced mixed communities to promote unity and avoid ghettos. From a nation of riots to one of racial harmony. Chapter 4. Mission Clean City. Lee launched the iconic Keep Singapore Clean campaign. Chewing gum was banned. Spitting, littering, and dirty public toilets were fined. Hawkers were moved to hygienic food courts. Today, over 80% of Singaporeans live in clean, safe, government-built homes. The city is now one of the cleanest in all of Asia. Chapter 5. Economic miracle with no oil or minerals. Singapore used its location as a strength. Lee transformed it into a global logistics and trading hub. World-class ports, business-friendly policies, and a corruption-free system attracted global companies. Temasek Holdings and other state-linked firms began generating billions, helping fund public services without high taxes. Chapter 6. Corruption ends here. Singapore didn't just fight corruption, it crushed it. Ministers were paid high salaries to attract talent and avoid temptation. Bribery faced zero tolerance. The Anti-Corruption Bureau was independent. Even the Prime Minister couldn't interfere, Singapore proved. If you want honest leadership, pay for quality and punish dishonesty. Chapter 7. Building the future. Singapore didn't settle for factories. It aimed for future industries. Companies contributed to a skills fund. Citizens were trained in biotech, aerospace, and semiconductors. Today, Singapore is a critical part of the global tech supply chain, with no natural resources. Chapter 8. The man behind the miracle. Lee Kuan Yew never built statues or temples for himself. He didn't chase fame, only results. Though media was restricted under him, he led with vision, action, and discipline. Today, Singapore stands as proof that success doesn't require natural resources. It requires leadership. Final thoughts? What we can learn: the biggest lesson? You don't need to be born rich, as a person or a nation, to achieve greatness. With bold leadership, practical policies, and united people, anything is possible. Singapore did it. Can other countries do it too? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoy powerful real-life transformations, hit like, share this with someone who needs inspiration, and subscribe for more eye-opening case studies like this. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing.